The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Hey. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by David Anderson. You think back to all the interceptions he threw last week. Here we go. First play of the game, another pick.
And you know that all week long, they spent time breaking down exactly why he threw the interceptions. Was it mechanics, bad reads, not enough study? Sometimes you just think about it way too much, and that leads you to the next one.
Time to refocus. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
He's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And this is going to be incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
Now let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now with the play clock winding down, Vance Joseph says, let's talk this over. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Watch it now, Barney! Leopard! Here we go!
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Khalil Mack. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep for the Raiders, Jalen Richard. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least 1 home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They start the drive with Lynch. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. A Raiders 1st down. Carr hooking up with Cook. That's a matchup maybe they go back to. Third of the field as this game continued.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr, incomplete, right side to Cook. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Carr. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football. And that really hurts you as an offense.
So that scores now in their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run with Davis. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Second down and 4. Carry, it's Davis. And some room to work. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Davis. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And his throw is incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
All right, here we go. Blue, line. Hey, what's the ball? Over. All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw here. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Here's Davis now. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Now let's go. Detroit. Over.
Green, the tight end, in motion. They go again with Davis. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
No. Watch him now, Barney. No. Check. Patrick. Here we go now. Watch him now, Barney.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Now with the play clock winding down, Vance Joseph says, let's talk this over. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
No. Check. Patrick.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They called out a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Going for it all. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, But when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And this is no good. Close, but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
Carr now on first down. And this is Cook with a grab. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Carr gives to Marshawn. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning, so maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. To throw on second down. Carr. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that takes us from second to third down. Throwing his Carr on third down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On fourth down, here's the Raider punter Marquette King to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now a handoff as they run left side. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And it's fielded at the 34. Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. To throw again. Carr finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. Running for it. Here's Lynch. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. On 1st down, Carr. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Lynch. And a short gain here down to the 22. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 44 yards away. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Third quarter starts with a run from Lynch. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Bart, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Throwing on first down is Carr. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Second down, Lynch. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Raiders on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Carr going to throw. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Gives to Lynch on the draw. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Now Carr. He's going to look deep down the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Play clock winding down. To throw on 3rd down. Carr. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen.
And the Raiders have got him. Mario Edwards in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Marquell Lee in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Watch it now. Green, 39. Green, 39. Back. Gun. Check 99. Watch it now, Barney. Back 99, Philly. Here we go. Go down.
And the wideout in motion. Back to throw. And he will have him in. Demaryius Thomas. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney. No. Check. Patriot. Gun. Back 99, Philly. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. On the right side, caught by Green. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And a loose football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
They'll try to get something going with Marshawn Lynch. Finding some room at midfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Marshawn Lynch hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Green, the tight end, in motion. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Broncos on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They're going to look to throw. Room here to run. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And able to find Green. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Back to throw here. Forced out to his left. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
No. Check. Patriot. Now that's it.
They'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Here we go now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Gary and Conley. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
All right, here we go. Boom,
He'll look to throw. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll set up to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The Broncos on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. No.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throw right side, caught by Davis. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. On 3rd down, that's Davis, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. That goes for a gain of 31. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. That's a tough one not to hang on to on 3rd and goal, but good job defensively to get there and jar it loose.
Agreed. That was really, really nicely done because there's no pass interference on the play. Timing excellent to get in there and knock it away. A win for the defense, and it brings up 4th down.
And McManus able to put it through. And they'll make a small dent in that big deficit as it's down to 27. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Carr going to throw here. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Second down following the incompletion. Throwing again. Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man. Complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Shotgun now for Carr. And this one's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. They dump it off to Lynch. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. A bullet throw, but incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it is incomplete. A gutsy call by Jack Del Rio, but it does not pay off. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So the Broncos coming out now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mario Edwards in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, hit him.
shotgun. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And caught, right side, Green. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Leopard. Leopard.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Dance. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, Charles, the